Hey, what's up, killers? It is your final girl Mel coming at you from my killer podcast. And today, it finally has happened. We can finally do it. We can talk about trick or treat. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new here, check out the description box below. I am everywhere. Check out all my socials. And I appreciate you stopping by. But as I alluded, we are going to be checking out Trick or Treat. As you can see already, I went with cover A. Please do let me explain. I know there's been a lot of talk about all three of the different covers, as you can see them here, and why people chose the certain ones that they did. From what I understand, cover C was the more popular one. I don't really know if that's true. I haven't actually seen very many people post that one, but now that I'm thinking about it, these are sold out, unfortunately. I'm just going to put that out there to you guys right now. Trick or Treat is sold out. They will not be restocking the limited edition, but they will be stocking a standard edition if you guys are still wanting to pick it up. Please do wait for that. There is not a date for that yet. For this title being sold out on Synapse, Orbit, and Diabolic, I have not seen a lot of people posting it. Maybe I'm just following all the wrong people. I don't know. But there does seem to be an awful lot popping up on eBay. So I don't know how many people who actually bought this movie were fans and are keeping it. And how many people bought this movie for resale. Which kind of sucks. The people who actually did want the movie and didn't get it. Back to the reasons for my decision of picking cover A. To me, this one was just more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. I felt like the artwork went with the movie better. It had more of that 80s feel to it, which I felt like also went with the movie better. I liked the color palette for the movie better as well. I don't know, this one just spoke to me. This artwork, everything about this spoke to me. It's not that I thought cover B was bad. It didn't appeal to me. The artwork didn't appeal to me. And cover C, that one wasn't even a question. I don't know why. Maybe it was the red box kind of threw me off. The artwork was kind of cool on that one, but I don't know. I just preferred this one. This one spoke to my soul. But you can't go wrong with any of them, right? Because it's all about the movie inside. So without any further ado, I'm going to shut up already, and we're going to dive into what you get inside of her. As you can tell, I've opened it already because I have watched it. And I know you're going to wonder, how did it look? It looked good to me. I don't have the best setup for watching these kinds of things. From what I understand, this didn't have the greatest transfer prior to this, so this is probably the best it's ever gonna look. And that's good enough for me because it's all about the movie and the movie is great. So here is your cover A. Here is your back deets. Look at all of those special features. I mean, I might try and dive into all of those. I might not. I don't know. Look how many of them there are, though. I mean, you could just pause and read them. Anyway, I'm going to take the little J card off, and then here is your back piece. What are you so afraid of? It's only rock and roll. All right, so our innards. This is a hard box, which you know we love around here with our limited editions. I'm going to put it back there for now. All right, so you do get a groovy book There's your front piece, your back piece, and your innards. Look at that, though. Isn't that so pretty? It's so pretty. So the contents of this is Cast and Crew, 1986, A Year of Tricks and Treats, Shout at the Devil, Trick or Treat and Heavy Metal Horror, Lost and Found, or How Trick or Treat Found Its Way Back from Beyond the Grave, which would be hella interesting. That's by Michael Felcher. Newspaper clippings about the restoration and production credits and special thanks. So much good stuff in here. So that's your book. It's pretty nice little substantial book you get here. And then, ooh, look, you get a poster. You get a poster with a fantastic. Oh my god. Be very careful, people. All right, so it looks like you get your movie artwork here. And then you got the poster from the movie, which is really cool. So a nice double-sided poster. Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, and here is our movie. And there's your front piece. Your back piece with all the amazing details. All right, let's open this bad boy up. And then this is what's on the inside. You get goodies. There are goodies in here. Even more. We got some art cards here wrapped up in some cellophane. So let me see if I can get them out. All right, there we go. Oh. Okay, so they're two-sided. Normally it's like the art cards have one glorious side and then the other side is kind of the same on all of them. But these ones are different. The front and the backs are different. I'm calling these art cards. I don't know exactly what these are, but pretty cool. That's pretty dope. It's almost like the band promo stuff on the back. This one is awesome. I love this one. That might be my favorite. All right, so those are your art cards. You also get a Synapse Films little bookie book that you get in most of their releases. And then here are our discs. We get some awesome disc artwork in here. So here is our first disc. Very cool. Our next one. Oh, yeah. And then here is our soundtrack. Ooh. And then we also have alternate slip artwork. So that's pretty cool. So you can do the old flipperoo. I kind of like that artwork better. All right, so that is everything. That is everything that you get in this release of Trick or Treat from Synapse Films and Red Shirt Video. Pretty dope. From what I understand, this is Michael Felcher's first movie release from Red Shirt Video, so super awesome that it was Trick or Treat. This one has been sought after by certain collectors for a really long time. So Trick or Treat is a 1986 rock and roll horror about a rock star named Sammy Kerr who dies a violent death, and a kid named Eddie, who happens to idolize him, is really distraught over his death. And then somehow those two come together and form a connection. And Sammy Kerr comes back from the dead to wreak havoc on this little town in the name of Eddie. So it is pretty interesting little plot synopsis there, but lots of great rock and roll stuff going on in this movie. Okay, so let's dive into the special features just a little bit. 4K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative master in Dolby Vision, approved by director of photography Robert Elswit. lossless English DTS HD master audio of the original 2.0 theatrical mix, and an all-new 5.1 surround sound mix. Audio commentary with director Charles Martin Smith. Audio interviews with writer-producer Michael S. Murphy and writer Rafet Tofem. Moderated by film historian Michael Felcher. Audio conversation with Paul Korup and Allison Lang. Audio conversation with authors of Satanic Panic, Pop Culture Paranoia in the 1980s, Rock and Roll Shock, and the Making of Trick or Treat. All new retrospective featuring director Charles Martin Smith and special appearance by Gene Simmons. In the Spotlight, a tribute to Tony Fields featuring interviews with the late actor's family and friends. Horror's Hallowed Grounds, the filming and locations of Trick or Treat with Sean Clark. After Midnight music video, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots, audio interview with still photographer. Then it goes into the goodies of what came inside the actual box. So those are a lot of special features. So that is pretty much it for the unboxing of this. It is a movie that I absolutely love. I'm super excited to have it physically. I'm super excited to have it in this limited edition form, in this hard box set. It is beautiful. I think Michael Felcher did an amazing job. I do want to toss you guys over to my homies at Dead Pit Radio and Born to Be Rad. They also did a deep dive into this and unboxing of it, and they have insider information. So they know way more about this release than I do, knowing Michael Felcher personally. So I will link their unboxing below so you guys can go check that out, because it is super informative and you guys will definitely want to check that out. You guys might also want to check out my t-shirt from which is Trick or Treat. They might still have some if you want to go yog over there and get you one. They had all kinds of different artworks on the front of the t-shirt. I picked this one because I liked the red on the black. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about rock and roll horror as a subgenre. This is not the only movie features this subgenre, but surprisingly enough, it's not the only one that Synapse specifically has released. So I'm going to recommend to you guys 2 other rock and roll horror movies that you can check out if you like Trick or Treat and you want to check out something that's similar to this. Here are 2 more. First up is Black Roses. So this is also a Synapse release. Rock and roll horror movie, basically about this band. They're doing their first live concert outside of the studio, I guess, in a small town. Shenanigans start happening with the kids. Of course, the parents have all this backlash about having some bad rock and roll band play in their town, but they come and they play anyway, and sure enough, shenanigans ensue. So maybe the parents were right after all. So this one is from 1998, and it was directed by John Fasano. It's pretty good. Definitely check this one out. You will get your rock and roll horror fix with Black Roses. And the next one I want to recommend to you guys is Rock and Roll Nightmare. This one was also released by Synapse. Between the 2 of them, I think I like this one a little bit better, but this one is about a rock band who goes out to a farmhouse kind of out in the middle of nowhere. They want to record a new album, and there are demonic spirits lurking out there, and some weird stuff starts happening. I really do love this one. This is from 1987, and it is also directed by John Fasano. Shockingly enough. Not realize that. But this one will also give you your rock and roll horror fix. If you like Trick or Treat, check these 2 movies out. All right, that is it. That is all. That is my unboxing of Trick or Treat. This is all the things that I know. Go check out Dead Pit and Born to Be Rad's video. They have way more information about this release than I do. Like I said, I will link it below. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, and until the next time we gather. Have a killer day.